Jimin is walking here and there on the living room. He don't know what to do now, where he go, whom he call. He is on the edge of crying, and then the door open. Jimin see the Jimin. Oh. And then the door open. Jimin see the person come. His son in real life. Yoongi sit on the couch. He's really so tired today. Jimin, you come home. Yoongi didn't say anything nor he looked at him. Catch him. Jimin, you see the time, Yoongi? How can you come late like this, huh? You don't know I am alone at home. See the weather and the time. It's almost 12 a.m. How can you be so careless, huh? If you can't take my responsibility, tell me, huh? Simple, tell me. I don't wait for you. We stay like a strangers. Enough, Jimin. I just come now and you start talking non-stop. Don't you have you asked the glass of water and he's okay or not? Jimin stay silent. He looked into another side. Yoongi, and what you said, huh? I tell you, if I am not able to take your responsibility. Oh, hello, Jimin. Who is taking your responsibility from past 5 months, huh? Jimin, I'm not saying financially. Yoongi, so what is the responsibility, huh? Tell me. What I don't give you. I give you everything, and still you are saying this. Jimin, this is what you don't understand, Chungi. I don't want anything. I just want your time, but you don't have time for me. It's okay, but at least don't compromise on yourself, please. See the time. You are coming now. Yoongi, you stop to thinking about me, taking care of me, okay? He said, and she go from there. Jimin see him, Jimin, huh? He sighed and she hold his head. Jimin, what I do, where the things is going. This is what I don't want, and it's happening. It's not good. He sighed, and she go in the room behind Yoongi. Behind Yoongi, Yoongi come in the room. Yoongi in mind. I really don't want to do this. I don't want to talk with him like this. But what I do? I just come now and here look at him, huh? He is doing with me. I don't want whenever I come. I also want whenever I come home. He is getting ready for me. He waits for me, not this. I come and he start to ask me so much questions. I know I don't show emotions, but it's my nature. What I do, I don't know. It's becoming so messy. The situation is mess now. What I do? He hold his head and she close his eyes. Then he go in the bathroom. Jimin come with the food she place on the bed and she lay on his side. He off his side lamp. Yoongi come out. He threw the towel somewhere in the room and she see Jimin. Yoongi, how can he sleep like this, huh? He ate something or not? He see the dinner. He see the dinner. He placed the dinner on the side and she lay on the bed. He closed his eyes and after 10 minutes, Jimin turned. He see Yoongi already fell in sleep. Jimin sighed. He see the dinner. Jimin now he don't even eat my handmade food. He think and he lay on the bed. He closed his eyes and Yoongi opened his eyes. Yoongi, why he wake up, huh? Don't he feel sleepy? And maybe he is hungry. He eats something or not. He is staring him and he is thinking about him. And then Jimin opened his eyes. Their eyes met with each other. No one moved their eyes. They look into each other eyes and then Jimin is the one who come in the reality first. Jimin, what you are saying? Yoongi, I am not saying anything. I am just thinking, how can a small person speak that much? He said, Jimin up his lashes. So the next text is Jimin, huh? What you said? Yoongi, I said something wrong. Jimin, I also think, how can a catfish person is that much cold? He said and he rolled his eyes. Yoongi, I am not. Jimin, huh? What you said? Yoongi, I said I am not. Jimin, please, huh? You are today by saying you are taking my responsibility financially. He said and tears rolled from his eyes. Yoongi, Jimin see him on his forehead. Yoongi, what you think, huh? I said all this on purpose. No, it's not true. I am sorry. Jimin, you said sorry also. Yoongi, yeah, I can. Jimin, that's so shocking, you know. Yoongi, maybe he said, and Jimin is shocked, but she closed his eyes and looked into another side. Okay, uh, so today the video is a little bit long. And it's time now 2:26, and the next text is they both heard the loud voice, and Jungi opened his eyes. He see his alarm is ringing. So yeah, he is watching the dream. He realized that was dream. He sighed and he sit on the bed. He's thinking, how can he see a dream like this, huh? But what's wrong? The dream is really so beautiful. And then the bathroom door opened. Jimin entered in the room. Yoongi see him. Water drops are falling from his head. And then Jimin turned. He see Yoongi. Jimin didn't say anything, and he started to do his morning routine. Yoongi is just admiring him. Jimin see him through the mirror. He don't know what happened with him. Suddenly he tried to ignore him, but Yoongi eyes is fixed on him. How can he do this, huh? And and then he finally gave up and turned. He went to him and he sat in front of him. Yoongi see him and a little bit shocked. What happened with him? Suddenly, Jimin, I am sorry for last night. I didn't mean to do all this. The weather is not good, and also I feel scared to stay alone, and it's too late. Moreover, your phone is also switched off. Tell me by yourself what I do in this type of situation. He said in low voice. He's really feeling bad of what he did. Young, it's alright. He speak further. Jimin speak Jimin and about my responsibility, my expenses. I can take care of my everything by myself. You no need to do anything. I will do a job. I am an educated person, so Yoongi, no way. You can't do this now. Uh, you are my husband, mean Yoongi. Okay, so don't think about this. And I'm so tired. I also said all this in, but you don't do anything like this. He said she go in the bathroom. Jimin mind, I don't know about you. You forgive me, but I really feel bad off. The next text is what you said. He signed and he started to make the dinner. He is thinking now, Yoongi, do the breakfast or not? And Yoongi come. He sit on the chair. He is busy in his phone. Jimin serve him the breakfast. Yoongi start to do the breakfast. Yoongi start to do his breakfast, and then Yoongi Jimin, Jimin, Your mom called me and she said she want to meet you. So you go to meet her. Jimin, I don't. I call her. If I go, she think you come to pick me. And if you don't come, she start to think so many things. And I don't want, so I don't go. I call her. Yoongi, see him. Yoongi, go and get ready. I'm waiting for you. First I drop you and then I go office. Jimin, you no need to do this, Yoongi. And sit your mom. We do dinner with her. He said, and Jimin is shocked. Jimin, what, really? Ready. Jimin, really? Jimin is so happy. It's so happy he's going to spend his time with his mom. And second, Yoongi go there. His mom always ask about him. Yoongi, now fast, I have to go office also. He said and Jimin nodded. He go in the room. Yoongi see his disappearing figure. Yoongi in mind. I am not that much Jimin, or I don't listen you. You don't even such I do dinner there with you, with your mom. I want everything become alright, but how? He signed and he started to wait for Jimin to come. Yoongi, Jimin fast. I have to go office also. I have meetings. Jimin, yeah. 5 more minutes. 5 minutes more. Yoongi, huh? You are saying this from past 10 minutes. Jimin, coming, coming. And she come. Jimin, how I am looking? He sits and Yoongi look at him. He is so shocked to see how much Jimin is looking beautiful. Yoongi, let's go. Jimin, huh? He nodded. Yoongi, huh? He nodded and they both go. Yoongi dropped Jimin and she go. He said he come to pick him now. He have to meet. He have meeting. So Jimin didn't say anything and she let him go. Jimin come inside and she say his mom. Jimin mom. Mrs. Park look up. She see Jimin. She smile and she went to him. Mrs. Park. Hi, मैं थक गई. Ui, Mrs. Park. Mrs. Park, look up. Mrs. Park, my mom, she come. How are you? She, Jimin smiled. Jimin, I miss you so much, mom. Mrs. Park, I miss you too, Jimin. I said Jungi and she take you here. Jimin, here, how are you, mom? Where is Young? Mrs. Park, I am fine. Come sit. Come sit. Jimin says mom and just said, so you read the next text by yourself. You do breakfast or not? Tell me, huh? Jimin, I do, ma. You no need to wait for me. If I want something, I take by myself. Mrs. Park, tell me about Yoongi. Where is he? Why he didn't come? Jimin, he said he come in night and you do dinner with you. He have meeting. Actually, so he go. He said I said sorry to you on his behalf. Mrs. Park, it's all right, son. There is no need of sorry, said Jim. He don't he do his work. He come in nights. It's enough for me. Jimmy smiled to see his mom. So yeah, a little bit introduction. So Jimmy brother is a with Jimin's sister. Don't talk with them because she is always busy in her beauty things and Mrs. Park don't such anything. They always do. Jimin always stay worried for his mom because his brother is not his responsibility but his mom, and that's why he is asking his mom about how is she. So the next text is his brother. Mrs. Park, Jimin, son, tell me, you are happy in your life or not? Don't think I become worried. Jimin smiled. Jimin ma, I am so happy. I can't even tell you. Yoongi take care of me a lot. You always think about me. You don't worry, okay? Mrs. Min. Mrs. Park smiled. Mrs. Park, really? You don't know how much I think about you, Jimin. About you, Jimin. You no need to do because I am so happy in my life, and it's all because of you, Mrs. Park. What I do, huh? Jimin, you chosen for me, Mrs. Park. Always stay happy. You stay here. I come with the juice. And she didn't listen, Jimin, and she go. Jimin again and again smiled to see his mom, and then someone come. Jimin see her. Oh, you are here. When you come, Jimin just nod. How are you, Annie? And I am fine. And what about you, huh? Forget us, Jimin. No, I don't. I just, it's just Yoongi always stay busy in his work, and he don't allow me to come with driver, so I don't disturb him any. Oh, always think about you. Wow, Jimin, I have to. Not tell me about you. Where were you busy nowadays, Annie? I'm not busy anywhere. Your brother don't come home, huh? He don't think about me, Jimin. I don't know anything about you. It's your personal matter. Any personal matter, huh? Then why you come here? You no need to come here. Jimin, I just come here for my mom. And if you want, take her with you, Jimin. I will. And like your accept Chan, Jimin. Trust me, he don't have any problem with this also. He sit and she smirk, and you start to speak too much, huh? Jimin, yes, I am because of Yoongi. And I can see she roll her eyes, and then Mrs. Park come uh, with me for some days. Mrs. Park, no, I will not. Yoongi, it's so Jimin, it's okay. You come, nothing happened. Mrs. Park, I am fine here, son. Jimin stays silent because he know his mom don't listen him. His mom, but Jimin, Annie, don't you stop him whenever he go in or something like this, Annie. Why I stop him, huh? What she give me? It's good to go there and I spend my time. Just spend my time peacefully. You know, that was my decision to with him. If I don't know, maybe I am also a billionaire like you. Jimin, I'm not talking about money. I'm saying you stop him. It's not good to listen. It's not good. He listen you, Annie. I don't care. Just go like this because it don't give me. Jimin, Annie, he's your roll her eyes. Roll her eyes, and she go, Jimin, mom. What is all this? Mrs. Spark, you stay silent. Stay silent. I silent. I am going in the kitchen for making food for Yoongi. You come with me and tell me what Yoongi like or not. Jimin just nodded and he go with his mom. He make the dinner. Then he call Yoongi, ask him where is he now. He try not to talk with Annie because he don't want Yoongi see something like this. And finally he come. He meet with Mrs. Park. Jimin is in the kitchen. They start to talking. Jimin come out with a glass of water. He gave to him. Yoongi take the glass and she look at him, smile, and he looking John. Jimin, why are you smiling, huh? Yoongi, nothing. Jimin, no, tell me what happened. Yoongi, it's really nothing. Jimin, but Mrs. Park, Jimin, he just come and what are you doing, huh? Let him take some rest, he said. She said anything. First, he is looking so beautiful, and second, he is trying to make everything alright between him and Jimin. Yoongi, how's your health, auntie? Mrs. Park called me mom, son, and I'm totally fine. Yoongi, so hope so Jimin don't bother you much. I said him, hope he listen me. He said, and Jimin is shocked, and then Anika. And Yoongi didn't look at her. And hey, Mr. Min Yoongi, Mrs. Park, Annie, what I call him? He's almost like my age, so I'm not going to call him brother. Yoongi, it's alright. I won't mind if you call me brother, he said, but he didn't look at Annie. She didn't say anything, and she sat in front of the couch. Mrs. Park Yoongi, he listen you or not, he take care of you or not. He said he take care of you, but I don't believe him. Tell me, my son. Yoongi looked at Jimin. So Jimin expects simple reply from Yoongi. Yoongi holds Mrs. Park both hands. Yoongi, what I tell you, mom, I feel scared from him. He said, and Jimin asked, why then, Mrs. Park, why? Yoongi, he always called me Mrs. Park Jimin. Jimin, Yoongi, mom, you know, ask him. Last night, Mrs. Park, is it true, Jimin? Jim, actually, Mrs. Park, Jimin, I didn't expect this from you. How can you do this, huh? Can't you see, huh? He come from office tired, and you do this. Now also you start to ask him questions. Jimin, you meet me at home. You know, see, mom. You know when I go him. Jimin, yeah. uh, that's why you were that much perfect, huh? And I know how much you feel scared from me. Yoongi, I feel scared from you. It's true, Jimin, yeah. I know. And is seeing everything, and she is feeling rich. Okay, so yeah, your Yoon is sleepy as well. She has on Yoongi. Mrs. Bagha, you both are too much, and you stop to him, okay? Jimin, okay, mom. Yoongi, no, mom, it's nothing like that. He take care of me a lot. He always think about me first, and then he think about himself. I am so blessed to have him in my life. Thank you so much for giving your to me. That was so unexpected from Yoongi. Jimin eyes turned glossy. He don't know. Okay, so 14 24 come lage. What happened with him? But he know one thing. Yoongi is not saying this because of his mom, because Yoongi don't like your Jimin. I serve the food, he said, and you go, Mrs. Park is happy to see Jimin. She go to help Jimin, and here Yoongi is busy in his mobile, and Annie is stirring him. She see him, and then she internally fell a glass from the table. हाँ यार आखिरी 10 मिनट में बहुत मुश्किल है 10 मिनट आखिरी 2 मिनट You don't even look at her. She bent down and started to collect the pieces, and then and Jimin come out. Jimin, what happened? He looked at Chingy, his sign. He don't know. Jimin, Annie, what happened? Annie, my hand. Jimin, see her hand. Jimin, it will be fine soon. Come sit here. He make her sit on the couch and start applying the Jimin. Jimin, no, it's okay, and you don't sit here. He asked from Yoongi. Yoongi, what? Yoongi, I am. Jimin, and you said you don't know what happened. Yoongi, I was checking the mails. Jimin, huh? You and your work. He sits and she roll his eyes. He about to go. Yoongi hold his hand and he stand up. Yoongi, so you want me to? And notice others. He almost whisper and Jimin give him glare. Hit him lightly and he go. Yoongi also go behind him. Okay, so the next one is I do tell that I didn't see anything. The next text is Annie look at that direction and then she stand up and he don't even look at me. I am more beautiful than that, Jimin. She said and she also go. Now they sit on the dining table. Uh, Jimin serve him the dinner and they sit beside each other. Yoongi, Yoongi, you are looking beautiful. He said, and Jimin look at him. Jimin, what happened with you today, huh? You are totally changed. Yoongi, I am not. Jimin, you are. Yoongi, no, don't you like my this behavior, Jimin, huh? I like his such and his smile. Mrs. Park is seeing them how they are talking and she becomes so happy. They start to eat. Yoongi and Jimin is whispering. Annie is seeing them and now she start to think something. And it's time to take from Jimin. Okay, so the when the text is finished and the voiceover left, I am feeling so I don't know how to explain. So leave it. Let's back to the story. Start to speak too much and also time to make him uh, after that she leave Jimin and come to me and I also leave. She said and she smiled. Mrs. Park, don't you put the Jimin, oh, I think I forget Shungi. He always forget this, auntie, he said to Jimin-san. Jimin, you really want mommy in front of you? Yoongi, well, if she do, I spot you, Jimin, and you are the reason why she do. I bring them. And it's alright, just sit here. I go, she said, and Jimin don't understand what happened and think maybe she don't like his sit with Jungi. That's why she go. Okay, to go. Well, it's also true. And after some chance, she come. Annie auntie, I can't find the Jimin, but I put on the table. Annie, I am confused. Also, which I take. Jimin and Mrs. Min. They do the dinner and Yoongi feel the taste a little bit changey, ignore and she smacks Jimin. Now let's go. Yoongi is talking with Mrs. Park. Yoongi, don't you want to spend your time with your mother? Huh? You want to go? Jimin, I think you don't want to go. Yoongi, I was kids when my mom left me, and it's true. After a long time, I got a motherly. Jimin, you are trying to make me emotional. Yoongi, yeah, try again and again till you succeed. Jimin, he very funny. He said and he roll his eyes. Now Yoongi can feel his efforts is doing work. Yoongi, okay, let's go. Jimin nodded and then Annie, go. And you both can't go like this, Jimin means. Annie, I mean the rain is so fast outside. It's not good to go at this time, Mrs. Park. See the rain from the window. यार मैंने सडन नींद आ रही तो मैंने उठा दी मैं सो जाना Mrs. Park. She's ओ मैं थप्पड़ मारना हाँ she is saying right you both stay here Jimin but mom how Yoongi it's feeling Yoongi okay I'm ready so he got to know and I did something Jimin really you don't have any problem Yoongi nodded Jimin what happened Yoongi Where is the room? I have some work, Jimin. Go upstairs, and the right one is my room. I am coming. Yoongi didn't such anything. And go, Jimin. Today he's behaving weird, Mrs. Park. You don't think too much. You go in the room. Jimin, Annie, no. Let's talk for some time. And you are here after a long time, Jimin. Is feeling about Annie. Jimin, no. I am tired. And also, Yoongi wants me in the room when he come home. So bye. Good night, mom. She said, and she go Annie. What the plan is now? What I do? I थोड़ा ही रह गया. He stay here. Stay. I go upstairs. I have some work. Then I go in the room. Now what I do? Everything is mess now. If if he got to know, he will not leave me. Oh God, please help me. And then Jimin come in the room. Yoongi is not in the room. Jimin, where is he now? What happened with him suddenly? He is behaving like this. He don't like to stay at hotel and now see him. He is agreed to stay here. He is also behaving change. And then Yoongi come out. He see Jimin. He see Jimin. Jimin sees uh Jimin. What happened with you, Yoongi? What happened with you? Yoongi, Jimin, that girl and something. I don't know what was that. Now I am feeling. He said, and Jimin is shocked. He don't know what he said now, and mostly what he do now. He is so confused. पूरे तीन text. हाँ. Okay. Such which day here. Yoongi, I don't know anything. I just he said, and Jimin understand his situation. He is just thinking in this moment also. He wants his agreement first and then. हाँ. यार पूरा 1 मिनट ना पागला तरह बोलो. नींद ना बुरा हाल है अल्लाह. इंसान करे तो करे क्यों. पूरे 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 ना नहीं 20 सेकंड नहीं पूरे 20 सेकंड. Okay, so only 10 seconds are left. After that, you need to voice over on 2 texts and that she go on. Okay, so the next text is oh my. You are not innocent, but I am so go from here. And next day, Jimin open his eyes. He see Young is not in the room. Young is not in the room. Huh. In the room. He don't even bother to sit on the bed. He lay like this and the door open at the bottom. Yoongi come out. Jimin closes his eyes and just sit beside him. And Yoongi, I am really so. And just sit beside him. Yoongi, I am really so sorry for what I did. I did many hope so you understand. Jimin, I will not till I am able to. He said gently make about Jimin, you are so. I am not even able to. He said, and so yeah, Jimin have mood swings problem as you all know. He's so sensitive. So again, 20 seconds checks are left. The 20 seconds is really so difficult to do voiceover sometimes. Sometimes it's true whenever you are sleeping well, the text is finished. So yeah. And Yoongi smile. Yoongi smiled to see him. Yoongi, you are the one who is saying. He said, and Jimin's looking to another side. Jimin, whatever. Yoongi, are you okay? Jimin, don't ask me this, huh? Yoongi, okay, get a fresh up. I gave you. Jimin, don't move from my place. Missing, so I know. So I start to make the bonus part. If the views of the video is good and the audience is interested, I make the bonus part. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye bye.